Oschino is currently beefing with the entire cast of the Joe Budden Podcast after they disrespected the heck out of him in their latest episode. I feel bad for Oschino recently because it feels like everybody is just dissing him or going out of their way to start issues with him, and I don't understand why.
Why people diss it? Because you know what? Because he could pop that talk. He talked that shit. It take a minute because he stutters a lot.
A little bit.
But once you get to his wavelength, he be saying a bunch of stuff for this little funny.
Yo,
crap.
shout out to Oschino, man. We like,
yeah, shout out to Oschino. He all right. He be doing some stuff too. Everybody got some shit with him. Come on, man. I know I do. You gotta tell me, man.
So Oschino dropped a diss track against Jay-Z after Jay-Z dissed him in a rap at the Roots picnic, which I felt like is the appropriate response for a rapper diss. Like if a rapper diss you in a record, you respond back with a diss track. That's how it goes. Right. If Oschino would have responded back on a podcast and never dropped the record, I would have judged him. So to me, Oschino did nothing wrong. He responded back to Jay-Z because Jay-Z dissed him on a record. But the Joe Budden Podcast went out of their way, from my perspective, to disparage Oschino and make it look like he was a clout chaser.
Up for themselves, and I'm all for rappers shooting at rappers that are more successful than them. That's my bag.
Dude, I'll beat them.
That's my bag.
That's your bag.
Yeah.
Love that.
But
just do it
though. You did good. Yo,
but when you do it,
gotta do it.
Dude, I'll beat.
it got to be done right. This don't
It's never
really sound like that. I heard this and was like, yo, what is this with him again? Like, I don't even know what the root of this is. Like, you doing a whole bunch of dissing. I have a problem with that. I have a problem when you dissing somebody and it's unclear what the.
Oh, he made it clear.
What's the problem?
What is it?
He made it clear. All interviews, right?
No, Mark, he sound nuts to me in those interviews. Dame
all
sound
jokes
nuts
aside,
to me. And then
you might.
What is the? I don't know.
I'm not trying to. Now, let me be clear.
Okay.
I don't have a position in who's right or wrong because I don't know.
No.
But I need to say that.
Okay.
Because I don't know. Mm-hmm. But what I do know is he feels like everybody on state property got dealt a bad hand. Mm-hmm. He got issues with Beans and Free because he says that they cheated. They're funny with money. They act funny style. He said Jay exploited them. Took their rhymes, took their beats, didn't pay them right. He didn't say take the beats. They took their rhymes, took some of their hooks, some of their schemes. Didn't pay them right and move funny all the time. He was saying that like they put him on the front line, put them on the front line to do. For example, he's like, how y'all put me in front of Nas and come in the studio like, yo, I need you to go at Nas like he shot your cousin, like he killed your cousin. Mm-hmm. We go after Nas.
Then he get back cool with Nas and leave him.
Right, in the win.
Right, so now he an industry outsider because he got beef with Nas. But he also got beef with Jay-Z now. It's bullshit.
All put our career on the line and saying we was front lining in certain ways that was beyond rap.
We should probably make a habit of not speaking on things that we don't know about. So if you don't know why he don't like Jay-Z, after about 20 to 30 interviews of him speaking on why he don't like Jay-Z, then you probably shouldn't speak on his issues with Jay-Z. Now, Mark Lamont Hill broke it down to a science, right? Mark Lamont Hill broke down the history pretty concisely, as concisely as you could break it down. And they proceeded directly after Mark Lamont Hill broke down exactly why Oschino got an issue with Jay-Z or Beanie Siegel and others. They proceeded to say, well, it was an old beef. White. Joe Budden, out of everybody, is talking about a beef being too old to dig up. Bro, ain't Joe Budden, like, for years, went off on Drake because apparently they shared a woman at some point in the past?
Is that what his beef is with Drake? I know he don't like Drake, but that's what Drake.
He getting Drake.
Yo, he be laying that Canadian pipeline, boy. He be
getting him.
Dissing Drake 10 years after Drake smashed Tahiri. So who is Joe Budden to say the beef is too old to respond to? And who are y'all to say the beef is too old to respond to? Jay-Z literally dissed him at the Root picnic. He respond back to that Jay-Z diss in a freestyle. The Jay-Z diss of Oschino is very recent.
And then y'all get cool again and don't even tell me. You know what I mean? And y'all throw me away. So that's how he feels. And again, I know there's another side to it. I don't know who right or wrong, but that's his beef. And he's made that beef clear for a long time now. He feels like a lot of them move funny. He also, I ain't getting all this.
Deal. Yeah. Because that's a 24-year-old beef.
Yeah,
like I'm married to what you're saying, then you going back to
01? No, because he could be he could be right. He could be right in how he feels. Again, I'm not shooting at him. You could be totally right in how you feel, but in 2026, you being on Vlad all the time and just going over this Jay-Z.
That's his hustle. He a YouTuber now. He also got his own channel. He be talking about that shit on his channel too. I mean, that's his hustle. He don't really rap like that.
Jay-Z stuff. It just
starts to look like an obsession.
Yeah, look away.
I think
Even
if
if
And
you're
no
right.
rapper looks cool when it starts to look like an obsession.
Even if you're right.
I would truly, I would hear this out if this was anybody else. Joe got an issue with Oschino dropping one diss track against Jay-Z after Jay-Z dissed him at the Roots Picnic.
Right.
It's absurd taking
he
into
went crazy on
consideration.
Drake.
Didn't Joe drop like 30 Drake disses in a
crazy.
week?
Did he?
Because Drake...
Yeah, he had major beef with Drake. He just went crazy. But I mean, like everybody else, dude's a hypocrite. That's just how it is.
snubbed him just a little bit. Like Drake said, pump it up. She got a good thumb, so I pump it up.
Yeah.
He never said Joe Budden's name. Like that line could have damn near be about anybody. Joe claimed it as his and dropped like 30 diss tracks in a week.
He was trying to come up.
That's what he was doing. He capitalized
And
on the
when-
situation.
That's why y'all better, nobody with no name better not say nothing about us.
Don't shoot at us, man, because I'm telling you, we are.
You shoot at us, you might as well board into this channel,
We
nigga.
coming
you,
and riding
you might as well
on
get you a
horses.
seat over there
We are
because you're
gonna
gonna be
ride
part of
your
every
ass.
episode.
Pause.
You would have said, yo, Joe, you cloud chasing. Yo, Joe, this is thirsty. Joe would have probably told you how. He dissed me first. So now you're doing it to Oschino. So I think Oschino had every right to respond back how he responded back. And this is what Oschino had to say about Joe Budden and the Joe Budden podcast hating on him.
Understand why you think they gotta say so about what anybody doing when they not nobody? All they are is your flunkies. You know what I'm saying? I respect your hustle. You got your podcast jumping and all that, but your Jay-Z, how can I say this without sounding too disrespectful? We call it sack hoppers where I'm from, like the ears, something like that, right? Because you already said something about me on your journal. You did it real slick and smooth, right? You said, Oschino said that Jay-Z came to court for Beans and wasn't be responsible for him, and Beans went back to prison.
Right.
You said Jay-Z called you and said I was capping. You said that real casually to all your listeners, like I just be out here making stuff up. I'm known for telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So either Hope didn't call you and you just made that up, or he called you and was lying. You know what I mean? Because I don't do none of that capping stuff. But and with the song I put out, right? You know, see how fast I put it out. I did it as soon as he did it. Like I want to freestyle it. There ain't nothing. Cause I'm pretty sure I'm more talented than everybody in that room. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even about it. It's about you're not gonna come to my town, say something about me, and I respond back, and y'all got a problem with it. I ain't clear about this. I don't care if you clear. I wasn't clear about why you was butt naked, not ringing on your neighbor's doorbell. I wasn't clear about that. You ain't hear me talk about that. You know why I be talking about what I got going on.
That's when Joe got caught up with that. It was like last year. We recovered it.
He was butt naked at his door.
He be sleepwalking. He was in the just doing something. Just some people weird.
Maybe.
And for the light skinned boy that's next to you that be just talking, I don't know if he played ball, if he got cut from a team, I don't know what he did, right? To say I'm on Vlad, obsessed with Jay-Z is insane, right? And plus, if I was obsessed with, why you care, bro?
If anybody other than the Joe Budden podcast did this, you might have an excuse for him, but this is just too flagrant, bro. They even try to get ahead of the hypocrisy narrative by adding some type of caveat. Yeah, Joe and Drake maybe had some history. Nah, bruh. The Joe Budden podcast gained steam, gained relevance, got their numbers off the back of Drake. Joe
Exactly.
was on that podcast.
Just like we said, he was trying to come up.
Trying to come up.
He's like, oh, we got a real interaction with Drake.
Yep.
A real, yeah, we could
Them
do this
numbers
all
went
day.
through the roof.
Every single week dissing Drake. Drake couldn't
That's
do
smart.
a goddamn thing without Joe Budden coming back on that podcast and dissing Drake.
Right.
So if Joe Budden spent the latter part of 2 years dissing Drake once a week for 2 years,
Damn.
non-stop,
That's how it worked.
and then when Drake responded back, let's say Drake dropped the song, Drake didn't even say Joe Budden's name. Drake just sent out a little 3-second bar that Joe maybe could interpret. But the minute Joe could interpret something as a diss towards him, Joe dropped 30 diss tracks against like Drake. So what Joe Budden did again to Drake, that's not obsession. What Joe Budden did to Drake, it's okay. Bro, I expected Ish to at least call this out, bro. I don't know, Imani is my guy. I expected Imani to, was Imani there? I don't think Imani was there, right? so
I get them mixed up. The two light skinned ass niggas, I be getting them mixed up.
One is Ish, and And then we know who.
I'm sorry, Imani, if you wasn't there.
Two red dudes.
Yo, bro. Yo, I love you, Imani, man. But sorry. But I expected somebody on on that couch to say, hey, bro, Joe, you the last one on earth who can say this. I don't know. It felt like them going out of their way to hate on this man, and I don't know why.
Like Oschino said, they is flunkies.
Yeah.
They is flunkies, man.
Let's say job.
Yeah.
Why, when people accuse the Joe Budden podcast of being in bed with Roc Nation, of being terrified of Jay-Z and Roc Nation, they call us crazy. But it's things like this that just points to, Roc Nation got them like under their thumb, bruh. Because things like this, where it goes against every single thing that Joe Budden and them stands for, but when it comes to Roc Nation, they're willing to go against everything they stand for.
Because Jigga powerful.
Roc Nation is powerful.
It's powerful. They got cartel leaders and shit up there.
Right.
Come on now.
Federal informants.
To push forward Roc Nation's like narrative and agenda. Like, I've never heard Joe Budden or anybody on that podcast have anything bad to say about Roc Nation. I've never seen him offer up a critique about Roc Nation. I don't understand why.
And you won't.
Like, Joe ain't never been Joe has never been the scary type. Joe has never been the type to shy away from these conversations. But when it comes...
You don't know what happened to Joe when the cameras was off? You don't know who came around Joe's house?
Right.
When somebody done spoke
get out
to him?
the shower and dude stand in the corner.
Right. I don't care who you talk about, boy.
Right. But keep your mouth closed when it comes to this.
Roc Nation, it just feels...
He come home one day, Jay-Z, he turned the light, Jay-Z's lips is behind him. Oh, is that Jay-Z's lips?
Velcro on
Like an assassin with black gloves on his shit. I've
his
heard
lips?
about you.
Every single Roc Nation conversation, they just go out of their way to just be blindly pro Roc Nation and pro Jay-Z, and I don't understand this at all.
But if I'm obsessed, bro, somebody ask me a question, I answer it. Just like y'all obsessed with talking about everybody else's life. You talk about everybody else's life. But you ever talk about anything you done? No. But it's like me talking about you being on drugs. Anybody that's on drugs can't say I need the hill. You don't gotta take no drugs to the hill. I'm a soldier. I carry like a soldier wherever I go. When you a bro that gotta do drugs and gotta go to rehabs and be naked and walk through, I'm sleepwalking and all that, you can't say nobody got a hill. You need the hill. You need the hill twice. I mean, see, I don't care about you. I applaud your success on your podcast, right? But don't come for me, bro, because I don't care. I don't have no picks. See how you got picks? Whenever Jay-Z say something, you bow down? I don't have none of that. You don't say nothing about me because we all men. I don't care about none of that. Y'all not acting like men. I mean, no, Joe Budden, I would respect you say something, I don't like the song. But you just the same one say you don't like Drake songs. Start DEing them right after that. You know what I'm saying?
See, he talking like that because he don't have a lot to lose. He got his YouTube channel, and he got his interviews he do, and he got, you know what I mean, he dropped music when he won. That's the thing, that's the
Joe Budden got a lot to lose.
That's the trappings of when you start building something major, and you deal with
start
other
signing
people,
them deals.
Somebody want to knock it down. Somebody knock it down. Oschino got a real basic little way to get his paper, and let's jiggle. I mean, he probably could come to YouTube and cut him off or whatever, but he ain't got nobody, you know what I mean? It's not really something that Roc Nation and them can mess with. I guess
a lot
they
of
could,
oversight over.
Yeah, they could threaten him if they wanted to, but Joe got a lot to lose. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I understand y'all gotta hate. Hate can get more views. I understand that, right? But the boy next to you, I don't like him saying nothing about me, especially when he's gonna make up something. You sound like you obsessed. You on Vlad 10 times. How you know I'm on Vlad? You watching me? I don't watch you. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch you. You know what I mean? Period, light skin ball. You know what I mean? All you was a Joe Budden sack. Oh, yeah, both you. Bro, listen. Joe Budden, I got a song with you, bro. You could have said, oh, what's up? You ain't even let me get in my side to tell my whatever story I want to tell because you was so busy worried about Hov. Oh, yeah, I'm scared of Hov. So if you're scared of Hov, don't act like, because if you got pics, you're a chump. Anybody that got pics is a chump. And I don't even like how the boys in your podcast let you talk to them. If I was in your podcast, I only last one day. Because you're not going to, because you act like a baddie with a pink clutch. Like you carrying pink clutches. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, you talking about the whole gangster, bro. Like for real. I mean, so if somebody asks you a question on the podcast, you obsessed with somebody? I don't make up the questions that they ask me. I don't just come out and just talk about something. I mean, somebody coming to your town saying something indirect to you and everybody texting you about it, you're not supposed to say nothing back. Is y'all that much of it?
That's something else you got to think about too. When you get to the podcast, they're going to ask you some questions.
Right.
And Oschino just a real one. He just say whatever he thinking.
That's how you starting the bubble.
The people want to know. It's not. We know from doing this. If Oschino was just telling me about his outfit, like I'm curious. This is brown Adidas that look kind of slick. I need to see the whole thing. Nobody ain't gonna click on that.
No.
But how do you feel about Jay-Z? That's what they asked him.
And he has a pass with the man.
Exactly. That's why he there. So I hear what he's saying. That don't mean obsession. That just mean, nigga, I'm working. Fuck.
Yeah.
They pay me come down here and talk about what I know.
Fans and starstruck. See, I'm from Philly, bro. I'm from North. I'm from the slums, for real. I don't know about this. I know all y'all rappers was like, was lying in y'all raps and all that stuff, but where I'm from was different, you know what I'm saying? And Joe Budden, I know you had a hit like when I was like 15 and all that, you know what I'm saying? I commend you about it. I got nothing bad to say about you. I like your hustle on your podcast, but though, when you talk about me, I'm going to come right back at your neck. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, and mind you, that's the funny thing with somebody that can't rap, right? Talk about somebody's song, like, bro, you go in there, you go make a song. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you go make.
Joe can rap too. Don't act like Joe can't rap. Come on, now let's not do that. You don't think Joe? You don't like nothing from Joe? Nigga, you used to listen to Slaughterhouse.
Not really.
I'm saying you can't do it. That's like me sitting here talking about LeBron's basketball game, and I can't play basketball. Like, what are we talking about?
I 100% agree with Oschino. If he's obsessive, then we're all obsessive. I've made multiple videos like about people, right?
Yeah,
if he's obsessive, then I guess
this week
92 strong.
Check out this next video.
Obsessive about Chud or Corey Holcomb or all the bad guys I made videos about. No, bro. Like, yo, we're in media. We're commentators. We got podcasts, right?
Shit.
Like, we talk about people for a living. This is what we do. We talk about people for a living. This is what we do. So in this fashion, if we talk about people for a living, if we discuss people for a living,
who the best at it?
And you do it too, then why would you have a problem with this man doing it? This is why they cannot escape the Roc Nation, Jay-Z, bought out plant accusations, bro. Because whenever it comes to Roc Nation and Jay-Z, they just go out their body to defend these people, man. I'm like, God,
maybe he cut a deal. Maybe that's part of his growth.
Maybe.
Even though Joe has admitted that he felt like Jay clipped him when he was on Def Jam or something like that. He felt like Jay got in his way a couple times. I've heard him say stuff like that. So I forgot he said he had some sort of a situation when Jay was the exec at Def Jam that him and Jigga had a little bit of clashes. He said that's really his only interaction with him with that period where he was at Def Jam.
Now, peep game. We know Charlamagne just signed that $200 million joint with Netflix. Mm-hmm. So that is a financial force behind that.
Right.
Who knows if Roc Nation might have been behind Joe Budden Podcast.
Yeah, some of his growth. Yeah. We don't know the behind the scenes ties.
Right.
Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are they tripping over nothing? Should they just squash it